Hello, friends. Welcome back to Gecko's Gaming. Today I'm going to be doing a cube draft. Love cube draft. I love draft in general. Probably going to be drafting more on the channel. And um, this cube draft is like one of the most fun ways to play Magic, in my opinion. So I'm going to be doing some of this. This is my second cube draft since it's been up this time around. My first one, I pack one, pick one day. Um, Pack one, pick one, Birds of Paradise, and then built like a Grill mid range deck and went 7-0 with it. So that was pretty cool. Okay, we got some really good options here. Fable the Mirror Breaker or Thoughtseize. Um, I'm looking at these mostly. Um, there's a couple white cards if you want to do a white aggressive thing. Breach the Multiverse is a pretty strong top end card. Um, yeah, Thoughtseize or Fable, honestly, pretty close. Pretty close here. I think Fable's a little bit better. Take Fable the Mirror Breaker. And here we got a Utopia Sprawl. I like that. Um, hmm. There's also a Jund land. That's pretty cool. No fetches. I would probably take a fetch over the Utopia Sprawl, but since there's no fetches here, I'll probably take the Utopia Sprawl for now. The only other, if I want to stay mono red, the only other card would be Slick Shot, but it's not really what I want to be doing with a Fable deck. I'm looking to build more mid rangey. Um, I think Utopia Sprawl is just a really solid card, so I'm going to take that. It's basically the best card in the pack, right? Seed Shark's pretty good too, but okay, so what do we have here? We've got Goose if I want another one drop ramper. Um, Brazen Borrower is pretty good. Phantasmal Image is pretty good. I mean, all the cards are good, of course. It's cube draft, but I like Inti and Goose in terms of staying on colors and staying on theme. Hmm. I think Inti's a little bit better than Goose. But the Goose would be better in more decks. Like with Inti, I basically got to be aggressive. With the Goose, you have a little more options. I'll take the Goose. We're cutting green pretty hard, so that's one advantage. Okay, so nothing really too crazy here. Steam vents, nightclub bouncer. What's this do? When it enters, return non-land permanent to its owner's hand, and it costs more. Okay, that's actually pretty good, especially it has flash too. It's pretty good, pretty good. I could take another one mana ramper. I think I like that more than the Lotus Cobra because I need fetch lands and stuff to make this good. I need to make land drops. This just comes out and ramps me for one. So we got three one mana ramp spells so far. Okay, I really like Prismatic Vista. Goes in basically every deck. What does this thing do? 5 mana, 6/5, trample haste. Deals combat damage to player sacrifice a creature that's saddled it. Saddles for one. If you do draw X cards and put X lands on the battlefield, tap X as that creature's power. Okay, sure. We're seeing some good white cards coming through Thalia, but I'm going to take the Vista. I think Prismatic Vista is this is one of the cards I take highest in the cube. Midnight Clock, Overgrown Tomb, Keen-Eyed Curator. Those are the main things I'm looking at here. If I want to stay on green, I could take the Curator. Um, we're not committed to red. I'm not seeing a lot of good red coming through. We are probably going to play green. I feel like the curator is a little bit more replaceable. I'm going to take a midnight clock here and see where that goes. Okay, here we got a nice Sultai land. We also have Vanishing Verse. I don't think I'm playing that's way off color for me though. So this will give me blue, green, which I both have, and potentially if I wanted to splash black, I could do that. I don't even know what this card does here. 3 mana, 2/3 death touch. Investigate for each opponent lost life. Each turn, whenever a clue you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, create a 1/1 white and black spirit token. Okay, it's pretty good. It's also Charter Cores. I'm just gonna take the land. Okay. Um, is this a late Stoneforge Mystic? I'm not sure. Seems like there's a lot of white cards coming through, but there's some good green cards here for us too. I could take Scrap Shooter or Lumra. I'm not a big fan of Tarmogoyf in Cube in general, but maybe you could build around it, or just have like a more low to the ground deck. I think I'm gonna go with Lumra here. It has a little bit more upside. It's also a Woodland Cemetery that I don't hate. 5 mana flying first strike. Wow, that's pretty good. I saw the top two. Do I want that or a Null Drifter? That's really insane. This card's crazy, man. Um, I think I'm gonna try this. Okay, we got a nice Jund land here. I like that. Over Miglos. Um, yeah, it seems good. Roller Crusher Ride. Phantasmal Image. Restless Reef. I'm not sure if I'm playing blue or black, but if I am playing blue, I'd like to play the Phantasmal Image, I guess, so I'll take that. Nightclub Bouncer Wheel, that's pretty cool. So it's looking like we're kind of finding a lane in blue here. I guess I'll take this just to cut green. Yeah, white is open. It usually is. Most people don't come to Cube to play mono white aggro, but it is a good archetype. There's a loot tree here. Also a breeding pool. Breeding pool would be pretty good. Oh, there's a once upon a time too. I'm not sure if this is a one stack. We have a lot of non-creatures so far. It's also blue-red land. I'm gonna take loot tree for now. It's in our colors, and yeah, there's some kind of glitch where you can't put it as your companion, but I'll put it there so that I remember. Counterspell, Psychic Frog. Wow. Oh, there's also a Scouting Tarn, dude. That'd be so good. Scouting Tarn can get me black, green, blue, and of course red too. Oh man, what do you do with this pack here? Um, I feel like Counterspell is one of the best cards in the cube, to be totally honest. But this is so good. Scouting Tarn is so good here. Alright, I'm going to take the Tarn. That one was tough. Sublime Epiphany, Malevolent Rumble, Cold Steel Heart, Tameo. Man, so many good cards. Hmm. Okay, we have probably a fair amount of non-permanents. Um, I think probably the best pick would be Cold Steel Heart, but I really like Sublime Epiphany, so I'm gonna take it. Um, okay, here we got Cultivate, Explore, Disdainful Stroke, Pillar of Flame. I don't really have any removal yet, so that would be a nice pickup. Dream Dew Enhancer is pretty good too. It's also a Disdainful Stroke. Maybe I want Disdainful Stroke. I don't have a lot of ways to interact yet. Hmm. It's pretty close. I'm gonna take the ramp. It's so good when you have like 3 1 mana cards and then you can ramp into that. Um, okay, so here we got a Braid, Restless Ridgeline, Timeless Witness, Royal Eruption, Mole Drifter, not Null Drifter. Lockwheel's pretty good too. Just considering that I don't have any removal yet, I'm going to take a Braid. Got to survive the early game. Okay, Expressive Iteration is good, so is Roaring Furnace. I'm going to take Roaring Furnace. I think I need more ways to survive early game still, so that'll help with that. Ooh, Commercial District, that's pretty good. There's also Molten Impact, Forsaken Crossroads, Phoenix. We are starting to get a lot of tap lands, so I'm going to try not to take more tap lands. But this is great. It's a green source, so I can fetch off Scalding Tarn and Surveil. Um, another blue-green land, tap land. Um, Mockingbird's pretty crazy. I guess I'll just take this Hollow Fountain. I don't know. I'm going to take Breeding Pool. That's pretty good. I'm glad that wheeled. This seems like a decent Pyroclasm deck. Also, maybe a good Kitsa deck too. Let's see, what do I have for instants and sorceries? I only have 3 so far. I'll try Kitsa. We'll see if we can get there. Maybe I should be playing Malevolent Rumble. Yeah, I think I was supposed to take the Rumble there. I just didn't click it in time. I'll take the Disdainful Stroke. I'll take a Lock Whale. Okay, we got some interaction now, so that's good. What is this? Well, that's me to cast creature spells. I'm off of it. Um, Prof's Edenic Memory. Not sure if we'll play that. Okay, this is not great for us. There's a Stomping Ground. I don't know. This is an Urtai deck. We have two black sources so far, plus a third way to get it. I don't think we want Silent Hall Creeper. I'm gonna try Urtai. I think we're not overflowing with playables right now, so I'm probably in for an Ether Channeler over a Godless Shrine or a Maelstrom Pulse here. Verdant, Dread, or Titan of Industry. Or Captivating Crossroads, I guess. I don't think I need that. I think I'm taking the Titan. Just as ways to stabilize endgame. Okay. Pretty nice fetch land here. It's green, so it can get me any color. Opens up a white splash. Yeah, I can fetch for blue too, untapped blue. So I'll do that over Stoic Sphinx. And Mosswood Dread Knight. Okay, Commit to Memory is pretty sick. Huatli is interesting. Fading Hope, I don't think I need that. I think it's close between these two. I'm going to take Huatli because I feel like I might need a few more ways to win the game. Okay, Buried in the Garden or Tireless Tracker. I'm going to take Tireless Tracker here. We have actually three fetch lands to go with it, so this will be a pretty good engine. Overlord of the Flip Pits or Guardian Idol. I guess there's a Tidebinder too. Probably taking Overlord. Yeah, sure. Fear of Imposters. Yeah, there's nothing really here for us. I guess I'll take Bonnie Powell. I might play that. Okay, very happy to wheel Hinterland Harbor here. That's awesome. Our lands are looking pretty good. Dust Animus or a black-white land? I think I'll take the black-white land. Now that we're playing Urtai. I'll just take Get Lost here, I guess. Retrofitter Foundry is pretty good. But I don't think we're doing that kind of stuff. Yeah, I guess I'll take it. I'm not going to splash for a removal spell. Wow, Verdant Catacombs wield? That's insane. There's also a Mossbow Dread Knight. I really like that now that I have like a decent black splash. Yeah, we got enough playable, so I'll take that. Nice commits memory wheel. I figured it would. There was a bunch of blue cards in that pack. Glass Peg Mana Tithe. All right, all right. I'm not sure about this deck. It seems like decent. I'm glad we got the ramp right off the bat. We got a lot of ramp. Um, the lands are gonna be pretty good. So yeah, let's build this thing up and then I'll show you what I end up with. Okay, so we're back. This deck actually has a ton of choices in terms of how to build it. This pool I drafted. We ended up with just a teamer base with a slight white splash for Buried in the Garden and a slight black splash for Urtai. We're definitely walking a tightrope in terms of the basics to non-basic ratio. Um, I have a Cultivate and I have a Prismatic Vista that wanted us to play basics, and then, but then I also have like a fetch land mana base with a variety of duels and triomes I can get off of it. So finding that balance was a little tough. I ended up cutting Huatli for that reason. Um, and but yeah, the deck can move really. It can really chew through and draw a ton of cards between Bone Horde. We got Steaming Sauna, Lumra, which mills us 4 cards, and the Overlord, and we got Tracker, and we got Kitsa. So all these things, like, we're going to be chewing through our deck. And one thing I like about this deck is we have 2 Time Twister effects. We have Memory and Midnight Clock. So we can just cycle and loop through our deck and don't not have to worry that much about decking ourselves. The deck can basically reset, loop, and grind forever. We have lots of lands. We have lots of mana sources. First of all, 3 1-mana accelerants. Cultivate, Midnight Clock, Buried in the Garden gives lands. Lumra gives us lands. So we got a lot of lands, and but I'm still running 17 lands, even though we also have a lot of mana sources in the deck, because we really want to get up there. We really get paid off for having lots of lands. Lumra, Bonnie Paul, these are big payoffs for lands. And additionally, we have Retrofitter Foundry, which I put in. This was one of the last things I did was cut Phantasmal Image for this, because this just rewards us for playing lands and for going on forever. And I'd rather have something that has a lot of value and grinding mana sink ability rather than Phantasmal Image, which is kind of a one-time thing that is better in like a mid-range, like a tempo deck. But this is a deck that's like trying to go pretty long and go big. So yeah, I like that more than this, which is more conditional on what's going on the board. Retrofitter Foundry just lets us dominate the late game and rewards us for getting flooded and having a lot of lands. And then Kitsa is okay in here. We don't have a ton of non-creatures. Let's see. I mean, I guess she'll be getting prowess decently enough. I don't think she's gonna copy a spell really ever, but we need a 2-drop and she loots, so that's great. She helps us fix our draw. And then, yeah, the white splash for Buried in the Garden might seem a little bit extra, but I have 2 white lands. I have Elegant Parlor and Hallowed Fountain, and I'm gonna play the Hallowed Fountain anyways because I want to fetch blue off my Windswept Teeth. So it's almost like I'm already playing white. So I just threw in the Elegant Parlor too, and for Buried in the Garden. And yeah, we got Avacyn's Pilgrim to help us get there too. Utopia Sprawl, of course, maybe could help. Gilded Goose. So we have ways to do it, and but I want Buried in the Garden because the deck kind of lacks unconditional removal of like any kind of permanent. So in a deck that really wants to go long, that's going to be important to have. But the mana is going to be kind of complicated, so I'll have to figure that out as I go. And I might make some additional tweaks to the deck as we play and see, kind of work some of the kinks out. But Yeah, this is where we're at now. So let's go ahead and jump into a game. Let's take it for a test run. Um, I'm gonna. I have identified like probably one weakness this deck has is going to be to Emrakul. We're not that fast, so we can give the opponents plenty of time to get an Emrakul out if they have one, and that could beat us. That can go. That's one way that they an opponent could go over the top of us. Okay, this hand is pretty slow, and we're on the draw. This format tends to be slow, but there are a few decks that can run you over. Let's see. I got the Scouting Tarn, which can. What can the Scouting Tarn fetch? Let's see here. Blue red. So I could get Elegant Parlor or Commercial District to Surveil and try to find some early action. I'll keep it. I have both of my off-color cards in here too, so that's a little awkward. Okay. That changes things. So now I want to get a green source if I can. Let's see. I could get a Breeding Pool and put the Goose out right away. I could get a Triome and fix my land, fix my colors in a more resilient way. I don't have a turn 2 play yet, so I think I'm going to go for the mana fixing. I already have red and blue, so this will give me green and black for Urtai. Sure, I'll get the Zega Triome. This lets me cast Overlord also, which is double blue. The mana in this deck is ridiculous, but I like it. Okay, opponent is playing Teamer also. Menagerie Curator. I'm going to want to remove this probably right away. I don't want him to start drawing cards and ramping, so put my mountain out, and we will Roaring Furnace this thing. And then next turn I can suspend or impend the Overlord. Okay, Avacyn's Pilgrim, so they're trying to do some rampy stuff too. Yeah, let's do the Overlord. See what we get. I don't want to spend my turn 3 playing a 1-drop, so. Discard. I guess Gilded Goose. The Pilgrim is going to help me cast Buried in the Garden. Yeah, I'll discard a Goose here. Hoping to draw a land. Kind of wild that I didn't hit any lands off that Overlord. Okay, the opponent is going ham right now. I don't have the white for Buried in the Garden, but I could... Oh wait, yeah I do. I could do this. Okay. Okay, my lands are getting pumped up here. It's a good way to take care of the cat. The Enduring Curiosity. Because if I don't exile this thing, it'll come back. It'll stay on the battlefield as an enchantment. So next turn I got 2, 4, 5. I got 6 mana next turn. I got Gold Vein Hydra. That's pretty good. Why can't I click off of this? Okay. 6 mana. If I played Tireless Tracker, I would not be able to Urtai. I could play Avacyn's Pilgrim. and Urtai. Or I could do Urtai and hold up Disdainful Stroke. Okay, so Tracker's not coming down, that's for sure. Let's Surveil, see what we got on top. Commit to Memory. It's pretty good against Gold Vein. So let's plan to keep that on top. I'm going to play the Pilgrim, and I'll probably plan to take 5 here. But I'll hold up Urtai just in case. Now let's play Tireless Tracker. I know it's not good to play Tracker after you play your land, but I wanted to see what I had on top there to set up my game plan. Because now I know I can deal with the Gold Vein Hydra next turn. I just have to take 5 more here. Let's stroke this. Cold Steel Heart, sure. So Overlord's coming in this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got 7 mana. So I can't both commit and Urtai, so I might as well bring Lutri to my hand. Maybe I should do this now before I could get countered. I'm probably just going to have to blow up the Hydra with Urtai and hope they don't have some huge bomb to cast with all the mana. I'm going to preserve my life total here. And oh, Horned Lockbill is awesome. Guess I'll discard the land even though it represents another card. Because I can copy the Breach with Lutri. Really mess them up here. Okay. That's good enough for them. That's awesome. I was a little slow there. There's a lot to handle, but that was pretty sick. Deck seems good. Yeah, that last opponent was pretty aggressive. I definitely underestimated. Like I wasn't paying attention to what they were doing, so that was my bad. I probably could have played that game differently and not died right away. But it did highlight, I think, a legitimate weakness that this deck may have, which is that I don't have a lot of life gain. I'm trying to think ways I have to gain life. So this is an interesting choice. I'm going to lead with the Pilgrim. No, I should lead with Commercial District. Surveil. See if we can get a untapped land. We didn't get an untapped land, but that's fine. I'll play my Pilgrim and then get this tap land out there. Bristly Bill. I'm gonna have to Roaring Furnace the Bristly Bill. I don't want to mess around with that. But could I afford to let it be out for one turn? To be more mana efficient? And play a clock. I think so. I want to get my mana online. And I don't necessarily even have a land drop next turn, so let's do this. This lets me still use the Horned Lock Whale too, which is nice. So this turn I can just hardcast an Overlord. I could also play Steaming Sauna, or the Lock Whale, I guess. Yeah, sure, let's put the Lock Whale out. Let's make him deal with that. I'm going to do it on my turn so that it comes in untapped and I can use it to block. Bristly Bill's back. I should have put the Utopia Sprawl down first. That was a big error. One, two, three, four. Because now I can't. Now I cannot do Urtai unless I want to not do Sprawl this turn, which I think is fine actually. I'll hold up Urtai in case they have anything concerning. Feels like if they don't do something this turn, we're going to run away with the game. So that's pretty good. Timeless Witness. Came back Bristly Bill. Bristly Bill is back. And the opponent's dead. Alright, GG. Oh yeah, I want to check and see if I have any life gain in the deck. Let's take a look real quick. Nothing in the sideboard that gains life. Does this gain life at some point? She does so many things, but no, she doesn't gain life. Oh wait, I got Titan of Industry. So that's big. And then obviously I have ways to copy it, get it back, that kind of a thing. Let's see if I got anything else. Nope, just Titan. Okay, that's good to know. I'm going to be leaning on that a lot, probably. Bonnie Paul, do I want this? They play at Esper land. I think it's fine as a top end. I do have some ramp. I can. Yeah, we'll keep her. So they just took Paul Bunyan and like made it a female, basically. Okay, let's see. They got a Jet Collector. That card's really good. I'm gonna want to kill that right away. So that's what I'll do. Roy Furnace has been doing a lot of work so far, I will say. Okay, so let's cultivate, I guess. Yeah, let's ramp up cultivate. Um, so we'll have 5 mana next turn. It's enough to do Fable. I think you're supposed to explore before you attack. Um, well, I only have one basic left, so I better use this Vista now. I guess I could discard it too, but oh yeah, I need to make sure I watch my live total this time. I just totally was disrespecting my live total that one game I lost. Wasn't even looking at it. I'm not sure if it would have mattered if I was watching it either. That guy's deck was pretty fast. Uro. Okay. I guess I'll discard Zataras. I could hit Lumri, which would be sick to get it back, but I don't think I need to worry about black right now. I can get treasures off this guy if I need to. This seems like a good spot to just put out Bonnie. So of note, the opponent does have an Insidious Fungus. So they can destroy my Retrofitter Foundry. I don't think they'll use it on Fable. They could destroy my Roaring Sauna if they don't want me to start drawing cards, but... The opponent is playing 5 colors. Looks like they're base blue-green, though. Sure. Toxic Deluge is a really good card. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're chilling now. Do. So I can do this, and then I would have 5 mana left, which isn't enough to do anything. Um, I think I gotta put the clock out though. I gotta start getting something going. Opponent has 5 in their graveyard, so that means that Uro can come back pretty soon. Yeah, I'll put the clock out, but I'm not happy about it. And let's go ahead and attack for 2 or for 3, and then at the end of the turn I'll do some retrofitter foundry shenanigans. Shield Dread. When it enters the opponent sacrifices. Yeah, this one's crazy. So okay, that's just has to happen because I had to tap out this turn. I'll go ahead and make a 4/4. Okay, we're going deep here. We are going deep. I do have 8 in the graveyard, so you can do Shield Dread. Cost 5. Top or bottom? He chooses bottom. It's probably a good choice. It is interesting though because it fuels some of his stuff. All right, we're gonna have to counter this. Doesn't really do much for us though because we're still in that same spot. I could memory, which would reset his Uro and his Shield Dread. It's bad though, because they get to untap with like 7 lands. This is very awkward. Okay, so he's just using that as a chump blocker. And I like Bone Horde. Yeah, that seems good. We have Urtai to answer Kogla. Oh, I didn't realize that made me discard. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. I'm just gonna go for the kill here. Nice. Wow, what a good game. That was really close. What a grind. Yeah, so last game I was going to have to use memory to reset the graveyards if I didn't draw that bouncer, which just let me win round the spot there. Because the opponent was about to do some crazy stuff with that Shield Dread. Okay. Turn 1 Goose, turn 2 Cultivate. Seems like a decent start. We're going to get probably 2 blue. Okay, so up against an aggressive deck, the Nightclub Bouncer is going to be good. Being a combat on your turn, target creature you control perpetually gets +1/+0. Creature in your hand also gets +1/+0 each combat. So here I could just do Lockwhale plus Retrofitter Foundry, but I think I'd rather do a bouncer or maybe commit, depending on what they do. Okay, so if I do this now, will the card in his hand still perpetually get it? Target creature? No, because the target would be gone, so yeah, we'll do this. At least I think that's how that works. But I wanted to put a stop on their main, but to prevent that trigger from happening. But I think this works out too. Avison's Pilgrim. It's a fine draw. I can put that out without compromising my defenses. And I think I'm going to put out the Foundry here too. And just have shields down for commit this turn. But this lets me start spamming guys, which will take over the game pretty quick. And I still have Horned Lock Whale up. And I can hardcast the whale next turn, so I'd like to use the adventure this turn if possible to get the most value out of it. Abbot of Carol Keep. Nice, that's a good card. I played this card a bunch when it was in Standard. I love that red deck that was around back then. Alright, so he gets to shock my Pilgrim probably. We'll see which one he chooses, the Goose or the Pilgrim. The Goose can gain me life down the road, but the Pilgrim gives me mana right now, which is pretty good, so he chooses to remove the Goose. Sorry, a spider just like descended from the ceiling right in front of my face. I was like, whoa. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna shock the Goose, that's fine. That is okay. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any good attacks, so I can't use the whale. That's kind of a bummer. But well, at least we get to make a servo. Okay, Bonehead Dragosaur is pretty nuts. Maybe I just put that out. Otherwise, let's see, I got 6 mana, so I could commit plus Lock Whale. Let's do that. I don't want to overcommit. He could have a really good removal spell or something, or I don't know. Could have like, what's that card? Zealot. Zealot's Conscripts. It costs 5. You couldn't cast that, but let's just hang back. We'll play interactively this turn, and then next turn slam the Dracosaur. It's hard for the opponent to play around us right now because we also have Retrofitter Foundry up, so it's like we have a good excuse to hold up our mana anyways. Sure. I mean, the longer that we just sit here, I feel like the more this benefits me. I'm not playing the Dragosaur right now because, yeah, just as long as I'm sitting here making land drops, I have inevitability in this matchup, I believe, against a aggro deck, and also I don't need more cards because these 2 cards are both really good right now, so I don't need to play something, tap out to play something to draw more cards when I like the cards in my hand that I'm going to use first, anyways. Prairie Survivalist. Let's commit this. I don't have black mana, so we'll put Earthside into the graveyard. Now I'm going to play Bone Horde because I do have Horn Lockroyal up also. GG. They just couldn't get under us fast enough that game. Retrofitter Foundry has been overperforming. Card's great. Sure. Yeah. It'd be great if I had a forest or something, but it's a little slow out the gates, but these guys make up for it. And then Gilded Goose, interesting. Yeah, that would let me cast one of my blue spells. But I think I'd rather go for the tracker, and if I'm gonna play tracker next turn, then I don't want to spend my food on it with the goose because I'm gonna need that later. So we'll play Pilgrim first, and then I can play tracker this turn whether or not. Okay, those are cool planes. I like those planes. All right, so there's blue. That's pretty good. So now we can do Kitsa and Goose. That's pretty good. And then next turn I could play tracker and hopefully put a land down if I draw one. Okay, another red-white aggressive deck looks like. Darn, that's just out of range of Steaming Sauna. That's rough. Let's see if they block. Nice, we got him. We got him, boys. They fell for the trap. Excellent. I'll put this down. Sorry, tracker. One less card you get to draw. I'm happy that I get to hold Disdainful Stroke up here. I don't think I need to loot right now. Yeah, Disdainful Stroke is going to be insane. And there's our boy. Let's try to keep the blue up in case I'm not even sure if I have any more counter spells left, but cool. Bone Horde Dracosaur, that one's pretty good. I do have commit to answer it, so that's great. Titan of Industry, we're pretty far away from that, but maybe not so much. And then do I want to loot this away? Let's see, I only have one green source, so I think I do. But now I have another green source. That's okay. I'll also loot it away. It'll draw me 2 more cards with the tracker. What do I need? I need green. And blue. I'll get a Zagoth. I don't need to crack one of these clues right now. It's fine. No, maybe I did need to crack a clue. No, that was so unfortunate. Oh well. Um, he's got Maul of the Skyclaves. That's interesting. This time he takes the damage. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass with a braid up. Oh, I should have cracked the other clues to draw a card. I might have hit a land there. But leaving two up is fine too, because I can make another food with the goose. So either way, we got some good options. Okay. Do I want to loot one more time? Yeah, sure. And again, I probably should have cracked my clue first there, but it's okay. So do I want to cultivate plus bone horde, or do I want to bone horde and hood up a braid? I have 3 basics left in the deck, so I have a little bit of time on cultivate still. I don't think I got to worry about that. I'll put the bone horde out now and hold up a braid. Of course, I will be drawing 3 cards next turn, so I could hit my okay. Luminarch is good. Let's see where this goes. What do I want to do with my braid? Gonna put it there. So it's gonna be a 3 power, and then this will put it up to 4 power. Honestly, I'm just gonna destroy the Luminarch. That's like the bigger problem right now. GG. All right. Another game. This looks fine. A little bit of a slower hand. We don't have any acceleration. At least not early acceleration, but do have some action. What am I going to want to fetch here? I got Zegatriome, Zataras. I'm going to want double blue. I'm going to need my white, actually, with this hand. So, let's see. No, I should get... Okay, I'll get the elegant parlor. Yeah. Pilgrim. I'm gonna braid that right away. Don't want them to be accelerating on us. Actually, I'm gonna furnace it instead. Furnace is all. I keep drawing it just right on time to be perfect here. Okay, this is gonna be a hollowed fountain. Oh, I meant breeding pool. That's what I meant. Yeah. And I will deploy the goose. And then maybe they'll play something that I want to abrade. That's perfect. I would love to abrade this card. I'm going to hold up Disdainful Stroke, so... Doesn't matter which one I choose. Perfect. I don't think it really matters. I'll put the island onto the battlefield. I could bring Lutri to my hand, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'd have 8 next turn. I would have to not make a food. That's fine. Next turn I'll have 8 mana. Oh, nice. Nantuko Slicer is pretty good. He got the kicker on it, too. Let's see what he takes from me, too. Next turn I'll have 8 mana. So, it's a good question of if I want to pass or not. Okay. Yeah, he did take my Disdainful Stroke. That's pretty good. And he got back his Bristlebud Farmer. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could have 8. I would hold up Sublime Epiphany and Horned Lock Whale. I might need to just do Fable though, since he has. Yeah, let's play Fable, and then I can have Lutri copy the Lock Whale ability. So that looks good the way the auto tapper has it. This dodges Disdainful Stroke, I think, too. The mana value of the Lock Whale Adventure is going to be 2 when it's on the stack. So with any luck, he attacks us with both creatures. Okay, this is getting kind of scary now. It's getting a lot of lands out of there. I may not want to put the Nantuko Slicer on top of their library, honestly. Yeah, I'll save my Lutri. Take this trade. Something's going to have to just eat that Disdainful Stroke, and that's what sucks here. It might be Bonnie Pal. I just need to beast out that. So yeah, I'll just put the Midnight Clock out. We'll play the Whale. We'll eat the Disdainful Stroke. We'll take 6 next turn. Oh, he doesn't use it on that. Interesting, okay. I could have countered this with Sublime Epiphany. Okay, he's got some insane stuff coming in here. This might be tough to beat. Oh, man. What the? That's insane. I got 11 mana next turn. So I can copy Sublime Epiphany. That doesn't do that much, though. I have 11 mana. Very unfortunate that I can't... It's very unfortunate that I cannot do the thing I need to do. 7? He gets 7 counters next turn? This is insane. Okay. Nice, we got a 7 drop. I still can't cast two cards though. Well, I'm gonna have to take out that Saga, that's for sure. So this is what we're doing. I'll leave me with 4 mana left. I still have Lumra in my graveyard. I would like to hit that before the midnight clock goes off so I can get those lands back. I'll get all those lands out on the battlefield. But if it doesn't happen, that's fine. I think at the end of the turn I'm going to make a food instead of putting a counter on midnight clock because I need the mana. And that'll give me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I could cast both of my big cards here. Or I could hold up Blue Tree with Sublime Epiphany. Sure. He's going to have to kill my reflection, yeah. Yep. That's going to be a problem. So this will give me 12 mana this turn. I can do Epiphany, but it's going to get Disdainful Stroke, but I can counter it. Or, I mean, copy it. And ram it through and get the D-Stroke out of their hand. Or I could Bonnie Paul, which will probably also get the Disdainful Stroke. Lumra would also hit a stroke, I think. He's going to start doubling counters. I don't think that matters that much yet. You basically have to counter this, I think. Nope. Okay. That's pretty wild. That's going to be big game. Still holding the disdainful stroke. Wow. Okay. So my epiphany's not ready to get through yet, but I gotta count my mana. Windstrap Heath probably won't count. I don't think do I have anything left to fetch? I do have one land left in my library. It's a Zatara's Proving Ground. I can get it off the Heath, so we'll do that. One, two. Let's count. One, two, three. A lot of these are fetches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 14 mana right now. Okay, so he can't double counters now. Let's go ahead and start attacking. Okay, so doing 16. So I can take out two of them. 9 plus 4 would be 13. So yeah, I guess I'll take out those two. Could also play the bouncer, take out the token, and he's gonna have to disdainful stroke that. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have enough to Lutri plus copy it, but that's fine. Wait, 9, 10? Wait, how many lands do I fucking have, dude? That actually produce mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I should have countered that. Oh my god, I didn't realize I had more lands on the side there. That's so dumb. Um, I think that's fine though. Either way, still 2 for 1. Wow. No way. I do have the Sublime Epiphany though. Wow. What a game, man. Okay. Let's block with the. Well, he can give it a +1/+1 counter, right? No, he can't. Yeah, I'll block with the Lock Will. It's more expendable. I need the Titan of Industry to copy. So I'm holding Lutri in case he has something else here. I can copy Sublime and then counter that thing. Okay, yep. Wow, what a game. Holy cow. Whew, that was crazy. All right, we're coming into our next game here. I feel like my brain needs a rest after that last one, but we're just gonna jump right in and get this done. Cause yeah, these last couple of games have been real wild. This is fine. A braid is gonna catch me back up if I fall behind early on. Um, Retrofitter Foundry. I don't need to play that yet. I'm gonna play my tap land now. Utopia Sprawl. That's pretty good. I'll keep that. And the question is, what color do I want to get with it? Do I want to get white? This is awesome because um, next turn I can play the tracker and then crack the Vista. It's just good clean value. I suppose I'll do that. There's a lot of good options here right for me right now. I'm just going to keep it simple and get this down. Probably should have abraded the Ornithopter, honestly. Okay, he's got a Bank Buster. Actually, I'd rather abrade that, so that's good. In terms of which one to abrade, I'm going to do that Ornithopter because at this stage in the game, getting mana is more important than drawing cards. Like, if he wants to spend his turn paying 2 mana to draw a card, I'm fine with that. Flage is good. That's a good card. Let's do this. Let's bring Lutri. Falling behind on land drops, but maybe I should have cracked a clue to draw a card and try to hit my lands, but I'll have a chance to do that this turn. Okay, Tef is good. That's gonna be my temple or buried in the garden target. Sure. Okay, we are falling behind here, both on cards and on mana. Alright, so I got 7 mana. Oh my god, this guy's just got everything. You gotta be kidding me. Grenzo. Alright, sure. Yeah, I mean, this is just nuts. This is just nuts. Come on. Yeah, I'll take 4. I don't think I can. I mean, I'm probably not going to win this game. Yeah, like I can bounce Grenzo, but that doesn't even do anything. Titan of Industry doesn't do anything. All right, so I'm gonna have to eat another Grenzo hit this turn, but next turn I could. Okay, let's put this out. Basically, this is bait, and it's also gonna let me get lands, and then next turn I'll be able to Titan of Industry and then copy it, and hopefully that'll be enough, I guess. How can you, dude? How can you not hate Grenzo? It's just the most stupid card of all time. And I'll basically never be able to beat like a Grenzo mirror unless I can. All right, GG. Because I don't have Grenzo, so it's like, all right. Well, that was actually really fun though. This cube is great. Oh wait, I have another loss. Okay, I have another loss I can take, so we'll do one more. Grenzo time walk or time warp. I mean, the things that happen in this format are just ridiculous. It's really fun. That's why I like it. But yeah, Grenzo is not so much fun. I could do without Grenzo. Um, I think I kind of want to keep this. So I can get Breeding Pool with Scouting Tarn and then put that on there right away. Yeah, I'll keep it. The only downside is if they play a one drop I want to remove. Looks like they're not, so I guess it would be fine even if they did, because I would just have to fetch a different. I would have to name a different color though. Okay. So we got blue green. Is what we're gonna want to get. Smuggler's Copter, nice. I could just exile that now. Yeah, let's get the copter out of there before they can start doing some getting too far ahead with that. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll have 5 mana next turn. All right, we're gonna take out that guy right away. Um, so I think we can cast Titan of Industry next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Titan of Industry, destroy their chariot. That seems good. We just got too much ramp this game. It's gonna be tough for the opponent to catch up from this. No, I just came ramping out the gate like really hard. All right, that one was a lot easier than the last one at least. All right. Good games, good games. That was an awesome cube. I love this format. I'm probably gonna post at least one more video of this before it goes away. And yeah, keep an eye on my Twitter. I do post some pretty sweet decks in there. I had Grenzo in some of those decks, so you can keep an eye on what I'm doing on Cube there, and I'll try to make a few more videos also. Yeah, thanks a lot for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.